seriously. All right, as I end, I want to share this. Probably my most important crypto talk of the year I did last Sunday, Super Bowl Sunday morning. And the reason why is because I shared something I rarely do. I shared my game plan on how to become a billionaire. And contrary to popular belief, it's not because of Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not going to make me a billionaire. Bitcoin is a means to an end. But when you know your ultimate goal, billionaire, and then you work backwards, how am I going to make that happen? Well, you study how did billionaires become billionaires. And I'm not talking about the ones that inherited. My interest specifically was from the internet billionaires. How did they become billionaires from the 90s forward? Individuals invested in companies that were just getting started in the internet space. The world's richest man right now is Jeff Bezos. The second richest man is Bill Gates. Then you've got Warren Buffett, Carlos Slim, and so on and so on. But where's most of their money coming from right now? Their stocks, the tech space, those investments. So I shared in detail that my goal is to create a $10 million investment firm. And with that investment firm that I'm only using to invest in companies, in blockchain projects. Why am I choosing that? Because I'm looking for the next Amazon. The biggest companies the world will ever see are going to come from the blockchain space. They haven't been created yet. That's why I go to blockchain expos. I'm researching. I'm looking at new ideas, new companies that are coming up that's going to change and revolutionize the world with this new technology. I was reading about Jeff Bezos this morning on his $125 billion worth. And it's not all just Amazon. He would be a billionaire in other investments, even if he didn't have Amazon. One company in particular, he put $1 million in, and that $1 million is now worth over $1 billion. But his parents, when he first started Amazon with the online book stuff, his parents thought he was crazy. Why would you leave your high-paying job to do some online book thing? But they invested $250,000 into it. $250,000. Do you know that that's worth more than $4 billion today? His parents, their investment was $250,000 2 decades ago, worth $4 billion today. So my ultimate goal is to have my portfolio that I could put 100,000 here, 250,000 there, $500,000 in this company. I only need one of them to go. And that company blows up, and now my stock is worth billions. You think of the guy, the fourth roommate of Mark Zuckerberg, who said no. He lost $400 million by saying no, because he would have been one of the early ones in. But then again, okay, now how am I going to get that $10 million portfolio to start my investment firm? Well, what's the fastest way that can happen? Can it happen on a 9-to-5 job? No, it's not going to happen. Do I have a family that's wealthy that's going to inherit me a couple million like Donald Trump? No, that's not going to happen. I'm going to be the first. Do I have the resources available to start my own company up? No, that's not going to happen. I like what Clay Taylor said. You know, the fastest way is going to be accumulation of Bitcoin while it's cheap, and then ride the wave as it goes up. The Bitcoin millionaires, altcoin millionaires. So I'm looking at this countdown clock right now. Bitcoin halving takes place May 12th, 94 days from now. 2021, Bitcoin is going to shoot up, skyrocket. All experts are agreeing at least 50,000, but anywhere between 50,000 to $500,000 in the next couple of years, the price of Bitcoin. Bitcoin price right now is 97 something, 97.78. If I can get my hands on 100 Bitcoin, we're going to go into dream mode right now. If I can get my hands on 100 Bitcoin at today's price, that is 97.78. That's $977 million. Why would I want to get my hands on 100 Bitcoin? My goal is to do that by May. Why would I want to do that? Why? Because if experts are correct, and Bitcoin goes to $150,000 in the next 24 months, that same 100 Bitcoin is worth $15 million. If you're working a 9-to-5 job, how long will it take you to accumulate $15 million? I already did the math. If you're making $75,000 a year over the next 25 years, you probably would make 1.4 something million. Everything that you will spend over the next 25 years is going to come out of that $1.4 million, or 1.5 million. That's a sobering to think about for a second. Your mortgage, your vacations, your children, weddings, funerals, grandchildren, debt, all is going to come out of that 1.5 million over the next 25 years. But you bust your tail and you're going to accumulate enough Bitcoin now that is worth 15 million in the next few years. Isn't that a better scenario than a 401k, your IRA account, getting a college degree and getting a job and starting it off in debt, retiring at the age of 65 broke, depending on family, government, and friends? So again, okay, 100 Bitcoin. How am I going to get my hands on 100 Bitcoin? Then I got to look around. What is out there that's going to allow me the opportunity to accumulate 100 Bitcoin in the next couple of months? What could I possibly do that's legal out of all the businesses in the private sector or home-based businesses? Because it's not going to happen on a job. You got to think outside the box. There's a lot of great companies out there. I've made 7 figures in this industry, and it took me 20 years to do so. So what could possibly make that happen? My partner, Peter Blackwell, accumulated 24, 25 Bitcoin over the last 8 months. But that's out of my reach because it's not in America. What am I looking at? There's only one company that I see. Only one. Not juice, not coffee, not weight loss, not traveling. There's only one. The Up to Give Academy. Why? Because the way it's designed, with less than 10,000 people in my network, I'm able to receive in contributions more than $500,000 a month. So knowing that, I say, okay, what do I need to do, and how fast can I get 10,000 people in my network over the next 90 days? I'm already at about 2,000. That's the goal. That's how to make it happen. That's my plan. Once that happens, then I can move forward to next. Let's get that 10 million. Let's start the investment firm. Let's start investing in blockchain companies, and then rinse and repeat. What Jeff Bezos has done, he has a vast empire. He bought Whole Foods. He owns 5 multi-million dollar mansions all around the country. He owns a lot of real estate. You can take Amazon away from him and he's still a billionaire. He's starting the Blue Space Project to rival Tesla, SpaceX. His goal is to spend his entire wealth to colonize the universe. That's his goal. He said it. That's his ultimate goal, but he needs the resources to make that happen. He just sold $1.8 billion worth of stock in Amazon, so now he's got more cash on hand to play with. And it all started because he took advantage of the internet revolution at the beginning. And that is where we are right now. The blockchain revolution is going to make the internet revolution look like pocket change. We're going to see our first $1 trillion wealthy family in our lifetime. I say within the next 10 to 15 years. And that wealth is going to be generated because of the crypto blockchain space. We're going to see it. The wealthiest man that ever lived, Mansa Musa, they said his wealth was anywhere between $400 to $600 billion in today's money. We haven't seen nothing yet. So anybody that is also interested in how can I accumulate Bitcoin as much as possible, I will be doing a presentation tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Send me a message. I'll give you the link. I don't put it out there public because this is not for everybody, and I don't want everybody. There's too many lazy people out there that are looking for a handout. I'm looking for leaders. I'm looking for people who say, look, I don't touch anything that I can't at least do 6 figures in. I'm looking for individuals who believe what Jim Rome says. I want to build a financial wall around my house so high that nothing can penetrate it. I'm looking for people who want to change their family tree, who understand and recognize the time that we live in today and are willing to do whatever it takes legally to make that happen. I don't have time to drag anybody. I don't have time to deal with complainers. I'm looking for doers. If that is you, come out tomorrow and I will share with you a simple plan on how you can accumulate as much Bitcoin as possible within the next 94 days. With that, have a great day, everybody. Hope you learned something new. As always, that's the point. This is Friday. This is my Wingstop day. I am out. Don't be bothering me. I'll be back tomorrow. Bitcoin Brandon out. God bless. Bye-bye.